Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. This is your host Ram welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show. And on this Cricket Happening Show, there are two matches we are looking after. But first I'm going to start out with some news coming in from India. As you know, the left-arm pace bowler Zaheer Khan, who was actually among the if you look at it, he has taken 311 wickets for India in Test matches, and he is the fourth highest wicket taker for India in the Indian history. And let me tell you, and the reason that I am taking his name today, the name that I am taking today is none other than Zaheer Khan, a very deceptive bowler at that, Zaheer Khan. And Zaheer Khan has announced his retirement from international and first-class cricket. So basically, it's a big blow. Zaheer Khan was he was injured and he couldn't take any further part. He was not a part of the World Cup 2, as you would remember, in 2015. But injuries have really plagued them, and finally Zaheer Khan has decided that it is finally time for him to bring the curtain down on his international career, a glittering career one could say. Zaheer Khan announced his retirement from international first-class cricket. Just talking to you about Zaheer Khan, when he came into but one thing I am told that in the 2016 Indian Premier League, he is definitely going to be a part of the Mumbai Indians, because he has also played a huge role for the Mumbai Indians as far as the IPL is concerned. Now, talking about Zaheer Khan, if you look at his career graph, he played 92 Test matches. He took 311 wickets, and if in the pace bowling, we all know that the Indian former star all-rounder Kapil Dev holds the record for the maximum number of wickets by an Indian pace bowler in Test cricket, and there was 434, and Zaheer Khan is second on the list. So that will tell you how much effort Zaheer has put and what a bowler he has turned out to be for India. And it is pretty sad that Zaheer Khan, because of injuries, has decided to say goodbye. But really Zaheer Khan has really given great service to Indian cricket. So he has gone 311 wickets in his 92 Test matches. He also plays 200 one-day internationals. When it comes to one-day internationals, I'll have to really specially mention Zaheer Khan here. He was a part of the victorious Indian World Cup team in 2011, as you would all know. And Zaheer Khan, well, he came into the National Cricket Academy in Bangalore, then the MR Pace Academy, and that was the time when Javagal Srinath was retiring, and India were looking out for a pace bowler, and in came Zaheer Khan. If you look at his ODI career, he finished with 282 wickets in ODIs, and tremendous servant to Indian cricket. If you generally look at his bowling, as I said, he has been a very deceptive bowler. In fact, you would remember that one of the great fast bowlers, James Anderson of England, actually copied not the bowling action. Basically, when Zaheer used to run, also Zaheer Khan has not been having a permanent place in Indian cricket. He has been in and out of the team, but whenever he has got an opportunity, he has delivered. And the other thing about Zaheer Khan that I would like to say, and India at that time were looking out for a left arm. India had only right arm pace bowlers once upon a time. They never had any left arm pace bowlers, and Zaheer Khan was one of the rare breed that India had. And after that, we saw a lot of left-handed pace bowlers started coming in the mix. And Zaheer Khan, let me tell you, he had a beautifully disguised slower ball to the batsman. He has fooled a lot of Australian batsmen I would remember of. And also, as I said, he had a bowling action where he used to not show the ball to the batsman. Normally the batsmen actually look at the grip of the pace bowler and then they know what he's going to bowl. But in the case of Zaheer Khan, we saw that Zaheer Khan, when he was running up in his pace run up, in his bowling run up, I mean, he was actually having the ball in his hand, but he was actually hiding it from the batsman so that they don't see the grip that he's having, and that really produced a lot of wickets. And this was something which was copied by James Anderson of England, as you would remember. James Anderson also did that, and he met with great success. So Zaheer Khan, I remember him for that, and he was also a useful batsman down the order. He could tonk a few down the ground with his power, but not, I wouldn't say he's played a lot of innings, but definitely Zaheer Khan has given great service to Indian cricket. He is a useful batsman lower down the order, but his bowling, well, he has been the India strike bowler for quite a number of years. If you look at his career graph, I do remember that he came into Indian cricket probably in 2000. In the 2000 era, he actually came into Indian cricket, and I thought he did a wonderful job for Indian cricket. So very, very sadly, Zaheer Khan, the left-arm pace bowler, former left-arm pace bowler from India, Zaheer Khan, and also the strike bowler for India, has finally left. I mean, he has bid adieu to cricket, but as I said, he will be playing one last season for Mumbai Indians in the Indian Premier League 2016. So I started off with that, and then we will move on to the test matches. Now first I will go on to the West Indies versus Sri Lanka match yesterday. As you know, Sri Lanka were restricted by some good West Indies bowling to 50 for 2, but today Sri Lanka marched on with that third wicket partnership, and what a partnership that was between Dimuth Karunaratne, who actually missed his maiden double century as he scored 186 runs with 16 fours and 1 6. At the other end, it was Dinesh Chandimal getting on to his 5th century in Test cricket, making 151 with 16 fours and 2 sixes. And look at that partnership. In fact, this particular partnership broke all the records that were previously set between Sri Lanka and West Indies when they forged the highest partnership ever for Sri Lanka against West Indies for any wicket in Test matches, as this was a huge partnership which went to really great proportions as they added 238 runs for the third wicket, and the West Indies were really kept on the ground for quite a long time without any success. And Karunaratne, well, he continued the way he used to play, stonewalling, and Dinesh Chandimal was the one who was more aggressive of the both, and things were going on pretty well, where they had put up a total of 300. They had taken the total of 339, but what happened was, for West Indies, barring the Karunaratne and Chandimal, who Karunaratne contributed 186, he was the third wicket to go. Cotton bowled Samuels for 186, 16 fours and 1 6. Dinesh Chandimal, for him, the Galle International Stadium is something he would be very happy about. He would have happy memories of that blitzkrieg knock that he played to actually really surprise India with a win, when he played that blitzkrieg knock, in the sense it was a real screeching knock that he played to grab the game away from India in the first Test match, which India were on the ascendant, and then finally they were they totally descended with Chandimal's knock of 162, which was the one which got Sri Lanka a 1-0 lead in the series, as you would remember. So for Dinesh Chandimal, once again, the Galle International Stadium is proving a happy hunting ground, as he made 151 with 16 fours and 2 sixes. Angelo Matthews put some spice onto it with an aggressive 48 of 65 deliveries with 5 fours and 1 6. But after that, we saw a spectacular collapse from the Sri Lankans. In fact, from a score when Chandimal was out, the score was 425. In fact, when Karunaratne was out, the score was 339. But when Chandimal was out, it was so. From that time on, 425 for 3. And look at what happened. The West Indies really came back into the game. in a very big manner as they wrapped up the last 7 Sri Lankan wickets for just 59 runs, with first Chandimal going for 151, Matthews out for 48, cotton ball holder, Milinda Srivardhana on debut could make only a single as he got a beautiful delivery from Taylor that shaped in that shaped out, and Milinda Srivardhana was found hanging the bat at it, and Dinesh Ramadhan behind the wickets did the rest. He was gone for 1. Kushal Pereira trying to play aggressively made 23 with 2 fours, and then it was a case of Shannon Gabriel and Devendra Bishu, the leg spinner, totally making I would say bowling out the Sri Lankans there, as Prasad was out for 13, Herath was LBW bowled, Bishu for naught, Pradeep was out for duck, Thandu Kaushal was not out on 9. As I said, Sri Lanka collapsed spectacularly by losing 7 wickets for 59 runs, and finally Sri Lanka were all out for 484. So West Indies bowlers definitely doing a good job here of restricting the Sri Lankans. Taylor 2 for 65, Kemar Roche 1 for 57, Holder 1 for 36, 1 for 76 for Gabriel, did a good job, but Bishu was the success story there. 40.3 overs, 2 maidens, 143 runs and 4 wickets. The leg spinner Devendra Bishu. Now for West Indies, they started off in the second over. We saw it was West Indies replying to the score of 484. Brathwaite and Hope started off in the right manner, but with the second over we saw Shai Hope reel off 3 boundaries of a single over from Nuwan Pradeep. Looked impressive, but then probably the Angelo Matthews, the Sri Lankan captain, realized that since pace was not making an impression, it was time for him to actually get in his key spinner Rangana Herath, and that's what precisely the Sri Lankan captain did. He brought Rangana Herath in. Rangana Herath started troubling the batsman, and the first wicket to go was Craig Brathwaite. Craig Brathwaite, he was tested. He was previously beaten outside the off stump, but this time it was Rangana Herath getting a ball which was an arm ball which went on with the arm, and Brathwaite was found napping as the ball actually hit the pad and the umpire's finger. Brathwaite was gone. LBW ball Herath for 19 with 4 boundaries. Shai Hope was looking impressive. Finally received a beauty of a delivery from Rangana Herath, which turned across Shai Hope as the ball actually went on to pitch on the leg stump and really turned square and went on to clip the off stump of Shai Hope, and Shai Hope was absolutely nonplussed as Rangana Herath produced a beauty of a delivery. Hope was gone for 23 with 3 boundaries, and the score read 49 for 2. So West Indies were 49 for 2 at that stage, and Rangana Herath was bowling superbly, and definitely we saw that Rangana Herath was getting some good drift, good turn, and there was also some good bounce. So it really West Indies have to really play well here, as and then we saw that finally it was left to Darren Bravo and Marlon Samuels to take West Indies to safety at stumps at 66 for 2 on day 2, with Darren Bravo not out 15, 2 fours, Samuels not out on 7, 66 for 2 was the final score. But West Indies have some hard work to do here. Rangana Herath is looking pretty dangerous here, with the pitch really giving him a lot of assistance, and West Indies' first goal will be to avoid the follow-on, as they have to make 284 runs. So that would be their first goal. Bowling, Damika Prasad 4 overs 3 maidens, none for 4. Pradeep was costly, 5 overs for 29. Rangana Herath bowled 8 overs 2 maidens, 14 runs, and took both the wickets that fell for West Indies. Thandu Kaushal 4 overs 1 maiden, none for 19. I think West Indies have a real challenge tomorrow on the third day, as if the pitch is turning, we'll see Thandu Kaushal also a very good turner of the ball, and it will be interesting to see how Rangana Herath and Kaushal in tandem try to really bring down the West Indies tomorrow. But so West Indies batsmen have a real test, according to me, as far as the third day is concerned. So now the next match that I'm going to talk about is between England between England and Pakistan. Well, England and Pakistan, today was day 3. Well, I would say that England definitely did a good job here. They also had a goal now. In fact, with Pakistan scoring 523 yesterday, England had to really go and first avoid the follow-on mark, which was 323. Well, they are absolutely close to it now. They have done a good job. Alistair Cook, the English captain, has done a wonderful job for his team. In fact, today Moeen Ali and Alistair Cook opened the innings, and they put up a century partnership as they added 116 runs for the first wicket before Imran Khan picked up his wicket as he got a ball to zip past the outside edge of Moeen Ali's bat, and Moeen Ali was very, very watchful. He was really playing a sort of a sheet anchor role there. Was dismissed for 35. So that was the first wicket to go for England, and after that it was really real grafting, as two grafters were in the middle. One was Alistair Cook, the English captain. The other side we had Ian Bell. Ian Bell took his time to get some confidence with his stroke making, but as far as Alistair Cook was concerned, he was carrying on very well, in the sense he was really very watchful outside the off stump, but he was also playing some very good cut shots, pull strokes, and we also saw Ian Bell slowly get into gear in that partnership, as one more partnership started for the second wicket now between Alistair Cook and Ian Bell, two good grafters in this England team, and they went on to put up a very good partnership, which yielded, because the score went from 116 to 281. So basically they had a 165 run partnership for the second wicket, and the Pakistan bowlers were really put to the test, and that was happening, and Alistair Cook and Ian Bell, and Alistair Cook went on to score his 28th test century, and now by making a century against Pakistan, he has scored centuries against all countries, and I am also told he's not very far away from the 10,000 run mark. So Alistair Cook has, one knows he's going to go down as one of the greats for England here, as Alistair Cook chiseled together an unbeaten 168 towards the close with 15 fours. But Ian Bell, as I said, slowly was gaining the confidence. He was coming up with his characteristic drives in a wonderful manner, but that was the time tragedy struck for England there, as Ian Bell was I would say lured in by Wahab Riaz, and Ian Bell ended up in the hands of Mohammad Hafiz. So he was gone for 63 with 5 boundaries, and Mark Wood was sent down as a night watchman, but that didn't really work, as Wahab Riaz rattled the stumps of Mark Wood for 4, and then England were forced to send Joe Root into the middle to join Alistair Cook, and Joe Root remained not out on 3, but Alistair Cook, the England captain, not out on his 28th test century, 168 with 15 fours, 290 for 3. England have done a great job according to me. They've given a firm reply to the Pakistanis, and now I can say one thing, that England, now they need not worry about the follow-on mark. They definitely will be breaching the follow-on, no doubt about it. So at least they have, I thought they have definitely done their job on the second day. Looking at the bowling for the Pakistanis, Rahat Ali 16 overs 1 maiden run for 43, and we also saw Imran Khan 15 overs 3 maiden 1 for 39. Zulfikar Babar toiled on, but also was pretty economical, 38 overs 15 maiden 67 runs, so no wicket. Wahab Riaz 19 overs 1 maiden 2 for 79. Asad Shafiq 7 overs for 19, and Shoaib Malik bowled 15 overs 2 maidens, none for 38. But all in all, I thought England have really given a firm reply to the Pakistanis here, and on third day should be interesting. The ball is fairly new, one could say, and Pakistan have to quickly get some breakthrough, make a very quick inroad into the England batting. And looking at what is happening, one probably gets the feeling that Mahela Jayawardene, the Sri Lankan batting consultant, has done a great difference to this England team, because he has really worked on them probably, and England definitely seem to have got the full measure of it. Well, dear fans, subscribers, on this note, it's time for me to wind up this cricket show for today with this particular report. So 2 interesting matches happening. on either side. I'll be back with probably or a full match summary of both these matches. Till such time, I see you, dear friends, subscribers. This is your host Ram saying goodbye. Thank you.